I want to talk about how does Jesus expect you to fight? When Jesus said in Mark chapter 16, after his victory on the cross, after defeating death, hell, and the grave, after taking the keys from Satan and disrobing him, and Colossians chapter 2 says he publicly made a spectacle of all the demons and all the evil spirits and everything. And right after he did that, he tells his disciples, go, make believers, and these believers will cast out demons. Jesus gave a command to cast out demons. We see in the book of Revelation, Jesus says to one of the churches, or to more than one, he says, I'm not happy with you. I'm going to use my own words. I'm not happy with you because you tolerate Jezebel. He uses the word tolerate and he uses the word allow. You allow Jezebel. You tolerate Jezebel coming into your church and teaching and false prophecy and basically leading the church away from its purpose. And Jesus, being God, being glorified at the right hand, being the intercessor at the right hand of the Father, interceding for the saints and all that good stuff, yet he comes to this church in the book of Revelation and he says, I'm not happy with you. Well, wait a second, Jesus. You just defeated death, hell, and the grave. You're the King of Kings. You're glorified. Why don't you prevent Jezebel from coming into my church and teaching false prophecies and doing these bad things? He says you tolerate or you allow the spirit of Nicolaitans. You tolerate the teachings of Balaam. He says that, read the book of Revelation. He comes to the church and he says, I'm not happy with you because you're tolerating the spirit of Balaam, the spirit of Nicolaitans, the spirit of Antichrist, the spirit of lukewarm. You stop loving me. And Jesus says, you tolerate. Well, Jesus, what am I supposed to do? I'm just a Christian that I leave Satan alone. He's supposed to leave me alone. But all of a sudden, I got all these spirits in my church, destroying the church, paralyzing the church. And Jesus says, you tolerate. Well, what am I supposed to do? You're supposed to fight. You are supposed to fight. So this is just an example in the book of Revelation. After Jesus is glorified, after he's defeated everything, he still expects you to fight. If you're a pastor or a leader in a church and you have people with depression, with addiction, with whatever other tendencies and addictions, Jesus is expecting you to come up to that person in whatever way he reveals it to you, but you have to say, I command you, Jezebel, out of my church. He expects that. Because otherwise, why would he say to this church that Jesus should have just defended them? Jesus should have just being at the right hand of the Father interceding for he should have somehow prevented the spirit of whatever that teaching that, but he didn't. He didn't do it because he has given you the authority. He has given you the authority to cast out demons. And he expects you to do it. And if you don't, he will say, I will remove your lampstand. What? Jesus, why are you going to remove my lampstand? I'm saved. I'm innocent. I just go to church and read the Bible. What, do you want me to fight Satan? Why? Or you want me to cast out these demons? Look, my lampstand, you want to remove because I lost my first love? Well, not my fault. A spirit of Antichrist, spirit of lukewarm Christianity came to me and defeated me. It's not my fault. Yes, it is. Jesus is expecting you to fight. Jesus is expecting you to fight for your marriage, to fight for your family, to fight for your church, to fight for your city. I hope that you will get stirred up and begin to fight. That is my prayer in Jesus' name.